this point it's time to talk about facial expressions. So if you see here, we are looking at the boy. It is serious. In each of these pictures, the expression is always the same. Also, here I have added the laughing keyword just to see how we can change the expression of the character. In this way, I prepared a list of keywords that we are going to try, just to let you see how each single keyword can change the mood, the feeling of the subject. I created this list and we are going to use all these keywords to see all the differences. I want to try this because we just have our character selected, so I have to insert now the right keywords. At 20 years old man looks like a superhero. So let's copy the first. Suspense. Suspense facial expression. Let's see what happens. So we can specify each single different mood that our character may have. And let's see how this single keyword can affect the result of the prompt. Now we can prepare the second prompt. Now I copy fair. And let's compare. This is serious, but if you see in the eyes, the expression is right. Especially, yes, in this look at the eyebrows also. Look at that. Look. This also this. Yes. Here you can see the expression has changed. In this case, we have only the third image that corresponds to our prompt. I can try also to looks like a superhero. It doesn't matter now because now we are looking only at the facial expressions with suspense facial expressions. Let's see the difference, because now we have focused our prompt on the expression we have written here in the prompt. Then you will see, as always, that sometimes one keyword is better than another, sometimes nothing happens. So also in this case we have to try to understand how to look. Also in this case, the third image is different respect the other images here. Joy. Let's compare. Yes, I see the differences. Look at that. Now this keywords is completely good. Look, that is different from this. Because here I wrote laughing, but some aspect of the face has changed here, some little details. And now we have a boy with a joy expression. No, this is absolutely not. But all the others look great. Then sadness. Let's see. It's interesting to see now in the details how much a single keyword can change the expression, the mood of the character. But look at that. Also, I can see a sadness facial expression. Look at that. Yes. Now we can use anger. Okay. Let's see. With anger. So it is a good exercise to try to understand all single keyword and keep an eye on the list, because maybe in the future you will need to try some expression or add some new expression that you can find. Look at that. Also, result is good. Also in this case, look at that. It's perfect. Yes. Look. The expression is totally different from this. Look. Yes, disgust. It's interesting because in this way we can create our own characters exactly like we want. So we can decide everything. We can change the outfit. We can make it similar in all different images we are going to create. We can specify expressions and a lot of things. But look at that. Yes, especially in the first, also in the fourth image. Look here. On the second too. On the third and the fourth also. Surprise, I'm curious to see. And in the meantime we can anticipation. Let's see these two new prompts. Okay, this is a surprise. Look at that. Fantastic. Yes. This is exactly the expression we was looking for. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Yes. Perfect. Look at the differences between disgust or anger or sadness or joy. Suspense. While we are waiting, we can love. In this way, we can experiment a lot of different keywords. These are all the keywords I found and I experimented, but you can add as many keywords you prefer, as many keywords you want. Look at that. This is with the love facial expression. I can see the love in his eyes, yes. In the second, I don't know, in the third, yes, it's quite good also. And the fourth is an interpretation. It's obvious you can run as many times you want the prompt if you don't like the first 4 images that Midjourney creates for you. It's just an example to show you how much these keywords influence the results. So these are just an example to show you what we can get using these keywords. Hope. Yes. Remember that the reference image is always this. This is the reason why the subject looks like the same. Look at that. Hope. Okay. It's read, okay. This is the hope expression, yes. Looking at the eyes, okay. And this is anticipation, facial expression. Look the eyes. Perfect. It's so interesting working with human emotions, because you can experiment and get a lot of interesting results. Now, again, despair. Okay, let's try the opposite now. And then let's try the last. Nostalgia. Okay, yes, perfect. Yes, absolutely realistic. Look at that. Look. The mouth. Here, also. Wow. In both of these 4 images, we have the same despair expression. Look. And this is the nostalgia expression. Also, look. Totally different. So facial expression are not a problem, because in this way using these keywords, but there are really a lot of keywords. You will find this list in your folder lesson. So here you can find the camera angle and shot types that we used in the previous lesson. Now here we have the facial emotions, and these are the results. So hope expression, despair facial expression, hope expression, anticipation facial expression, love facial expression, surprise Look at that, disgust, anger, sadness, look, joy, look, the smiling, the smile, suspense, fear, suspense again, and this was the previous. So now you know how to create facial expressions for your character, and these are the results. In the next lesson, I will show you how to create our character in different multiple poses. And then I will show you how to create our scenes with the composite techniques. What I mean is that I can create a character and then I can create a background and I can mix the character and the background into one image. In this way I can realize the image I prefer. I don't need that Midjourney creates the scene for me, but I want to decide first to create the character and then creating the scene, and then I'll mix character and the scene in only one image. In this way I have the full control of the character and I can have the full control of the scene. Sometimes can be better for you, sometimes not. It doesn't matter. What I want to do is to give you all the ideas possible for creating what you like. Once you know all the possibilities you have for creating your scene, you will decide which technique is better than others. The most important thing is to understand how you can do your work. So we can stop for a few minutes and let's jump to the next chapter.